What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Wednesday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Conium. Thanks for joining me back after a break. Well, sort of a break. If you are in the Discord, you went 3-0 yesterday for about 5 units. Because on Tuesdays, I've decided I'm going to start I don't have the ability to do videos on Tuesday because of my work schedule, but I've decided that Tuesdays I will be posting exclusively in the Discord channel, which is in the link in the description below. And yesterday we had the National League on the money line. We had under 7.5, and then we had a parlay of the National League and under 7.5 for a plus 270 parlay. We hit both of those. So if you're in the Discord and you made those bets, it was a nice little day. Doesn't count officially to the Squeeze. And then on Monday with the Home Run Derby, we had Luis Robert and Vladimir Guerrero, the first round parlay hit. The over did not hit for the longest home run, and Pete Alonso didn't win. So it was down half a unit, but those weren't official plays either. Just for fun with stuff like that, I like to share it, make a fun video about it, but we're not going to count that to our official record because it's a Home Run Derby. And yeah, just to mention once again about the Discord, the link is in the description. The bonuses for all the sports books, it's in the QR code is there. So I'm really ramping up the Discord channel. So I should mention, I will never charge for picks. I don't agree with charging for picks. I don't think it's a very up and up practice to charge someone for picks that realistically you can go and get all these you can do all this research yourself if you want. I'm just here to do the research, tell you what I'm betting, what I think are the best bets of the day. And as you can see, if you follow, the yearly record is 253, 208, and 9, and we're up 45 units. So if your unit is $1, you're up $45. If your unit's $100, you're up $4,500. It's that simple. I'm not going to charge for it. I share all of my picks everywhere. If you do want to help out, or if you do want to, your thanks to me is using the links below. Following me on social media, joining the Discord channel, talking about sports, using this QR code or the link in the description to sign up for a new sports book, and make a minimum deposit to get the best exclusive offers. All that stuff helps, but I'm not going to charge you for any of the picks. So, also a subscribe. If you like what I'm doing, I think the thing's down there. If you do like what I'm doing, tell one friend, hey, man, this guy does this every day. It's really fun. He's winning more often than he's losing. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, join the Discord, and let's just keep the conversation going. I like to hear your guys' picks. I like to see what you're doing. I like to talk in the Discord. I have a future bet for college football already up in the Discord. So that's the whole thing is like, I don't want to charge you to tell you what to do. Let's all share everything that we're doing, and at the end of the day, just try to win bets and talk sports, right? That's the idea. Okay. Tough time of the year, tough week. Obviously no baseball at all until Friday, so we've got a couple days here where we're going to have to play around. But there is WNBA and there is MLS, so we've got 3 bets today. 2 in the WNBA. We're going to start with the New York Liberty at the Indiana Fever. I am taking the New York Liberty to cover the spread. It's minus 8.5 here, and that is for minus 110 at DraftKings. New York comes into this contest 13-4. 10-7 to the over. Indiana is 5-14, and they're 11-8 to the over. So both teams play more towards the over. But I like New York here on the spread. I know that they're only 8-9 ATS, and Indiana is only 9-8 ATS. So you might think, well, maybe Indiana can keep it close. Maybe. But New York here, they've won 8 of their last 10 basketball games. They beat Seattle by 4, Phoenix by 4, Seattle by 25. They lost to Vegas, who doesn't. They beat Connecticut by 8. They beat Washington by 1. They beat Atlanta by 30. Phoenix again. So when they're playing bad teams, they are beating them. And then you look at Indiana, they've lost 8 of their last 10, so an opposite story, including 7 straight. Lost by 1 to Dallas, by 8 to Washington, 7 to Minnesota, 2 to Chicago. They haven't really been playing the cream of the crop, although Dallas is good. The Liberty are 4-0 ATS in their last 4 games, playing on 3 or more days rest. And the over is also 5-1 in their last 6 games. They're scoring a lot of points. The Fever, on the other hand, they're 0-4 ATS in their last 4 games, playing on 2 days rest, and they're 0-3-1 ATS in their last 4 against the Eastern Conference. So the last time that these two teams met was in May 21st of this year. New York won 90-73. They won by 17 points. They've won 3 straight basketball games by 17, then last year by 14, and then by 13. So they've had the Fever's number, and New York is they're a different beast this year entirely. They're the second best team in the WNBA. So I'm going to take the New York Liberty minus 8.5. That's minus 110 at DraftKings. The other bet in the WNBA is between Connecticut and Chicago, and this one is curious. The number is 159.5. at essentially even money at BetMGM. Connecticut, who's 14-5, is 13-6 to the over. And then you've got Chicago, who's 8-11, and also 8-11 to the under. But when you actually look into these numbers, it's interesting. So with Connecticut, its over is 5-0 in their last 5. The over is 6-0 in their last 6. It's also funny that it's the sun in the sky. Do you like that? Over is 6-0 in their last 6 following an ATS win. Over is 6-0 in their last 6 versus the Eastern Conference. Over is 7-1 in their last 8 following a straight up win. Chicago, they are playing to the under, but when you look at what those numbers actually are, so keep in mind again, this number is 159.5. They went under last time, but the total was 167. It would have gone over 159. Previous to that, it was 168.5. That would have been under, but then they went over 160, over 155 by 8. They went under 156. I was against LA. Over 158. Over 157. When the unders are coming in, they're not under. The numbers are like 168.5. They're hitting the unders, but the numbers are higher than 159. And then you look at Connecticut. They've gone over in 6 straight basketball games and way over. Like 161 over by 14. 165 over by 1. 170.5 over by 15.5. Over 158, over by 10. Connecticut's offense is very, very good. They have the 4th ranked offense in the WNBA. Chicago's defense is ranked 11th. So Connecticut can score points. They're averaging 85 points per game. Chicago is, they're 11th in offense, but they're still averaging 78 points per game. I think this game can still get to 160, 162, even 163. And if Connecticut has a big game, they could score 90 or so points on their own, and you could get to like 170, I think. So I'm taking the Connecticut Sun and the Chicago Sky, the sun in the sky, to go over the moon of 159.5. That's minus 110 at BetMGM. And the last bet of the day, we're going to MLS action. And we're going to New England versus Atlanta. This should be actually a great matchup. It's being played at Gillette Stadium in New England. New England's a heavy favorite here, and like a heavy favorite to the fact that you can get Atlanta or a draw at even money. Minus 109, essentially even money. That is at Bet365. New England's 10-4-7. They're good, but Atlanta's 9-5-8. They're not so bad either. Now, New England is unbeaten in their last 5 meetings with Atlanta with 3 wins, but there have also been 2 draws. The Revolution just saw their 7-match unbeaten streak snapped against the Red Bulls on Saturday. New England's second unbeaten run of at least 7 games this season. So, yeah, they're playing good, but keep in mind they do have 7 draws. So, out of the 21 games they've played, only 10 of them have been wins. Atlanta has kept a clean sheet in its last 2 games. They won 2-0 over Philadelphia and 1-0 most recently over Montreal. And when you look at the way that they've been going, so Atlanta has gone in their last 5, win, draw, loss, win, win. They've only lost once in their last 5 times. New England is coming off a loss, but they also have a draw with their wins as well. The last 3 times these teams have met, 2 of them have been draws. One of them has been a win for New England. So, I'm looking more towards the draw here, but just a straight bet is a bit risky. But to get essentially even money here on a team Atlanta that's not playing all that bad at all this season, and you're getting the to win or a draw, I do like that play a lot for your MLS bet. So again, if you want to make any of these plays, BetMGM, DraftKings, Bet365, use the QR code on the screen or the link right below here. Sign up for one of those books, make a minimum deposit, which is $20 or $25. You're guaranteed the best exclusive offers or bonuses thanks to my partnership with BetStamp and these books. Also join the Discord, makes it even more easier. I can explain to you how to do it. The links are actually right there in the Discord as well. We can talk about all this stuff. The Discord is the place to be. So those are your 3 bets for today. I've got the New York Liberty minus 8.5 for minus 110 at DraftKings. I'm taking the sun in the sky to go over 159.5 for minus 110 at BetMGM, and give me Atlanta United FC to win or draw against New England for minus 109 at Bet365. As always, drop a comment if you're fading or following. You can follow me across all social platforms, linked in the description, to talk more about sports throughout today. And your audio is on Apple and on Spotify. Have a great Wednesday, and let's talk sports.